this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. What are we riding today? This is the Himiway D5 2.0 20-inch bike. 20-inch. Yeah, the 20-incher. So why are we riding this bike? Well, made a change to the bike. I did changed out the seat post. No, I didn't change the saddle. The saddle's actually really good. I changed out the seat post. Yeah, just like I did to the 26-inch version of the bike. I bought another one, the same exact seat post, so I can get a little bit longer leg extension. Uneven pavement. Okay, well, that means we gotta be a little careful going over this bump. That was kind of a big bump. Yeah, I wanted to be a little bit taller up. Now, here's the one thing I mentioned to Himiway before. I said, you know, if you guys would put a longer seat post as an option in the accessories page for the bikes, you might find taller riders would be more apt to buy the bikes. It's actually true. Although they said that they were interested in doing that, I haven't seen it yet. Come on, Himiway, put it up on a website. Well, here's what I did, and I'll just remind you guys. You know, the seat post diameter is a certain diameter, and if you get the exact seat post with the right diameter with a tall enough seat post length, that seat post is kind of expensive on Amazon. So what I did is I bought a shim and a seat post that has a slightly smaller diameter. Which way should we go? Let's go this way. And so on the combination of the two, which is much less expensive than just buying the correct diameter. So the whole point of this is it does the same thing, really. It's just that the shim adapts the smaller diameter to the larger opening of the seat tube opening, right? So I'll put some links on that, to the Amazon stuff that I bought, in case you want to do the same thing to your bike. And now this diameter now is only good for the D5 2.0 20-inch and 26-inch bikes, okay? If you get some other brand, some other model, some other whatever, may not be the same diameter. Just something to keep in mind, okay? All right, there you go. So that's that. Get that out of the way. But it would be much better if Himiway actually put it up there. In fact, other companies should do the same. I said, you know, I know why they have a certain height minimum and maximum. It's because, you know, if you make the seat post always very big and tall, then it doesn't go all the way down, and some people who are shorter can't ride it then. So I said, yeah, give them an option. Put in the seat post that you normally do, then give them the option to buy a longer seat post if they're taller. Makes sense to me. I don't understand why these companies don't do that. Come on, Himiway, please do this, okay? And other companies too, do it. It'll help everybody, I'm telling you. I mean, they could buy it on Amazon, but a lot of people don't know how to do it. Give them the option to buy it directly from the company. Okay, enough of that. Now, other people have mentioned to me about the new proposed law in Illinois and says, why aren't you talking about this, Russ? Hey, you know what? I'm tired about talking about the laws and the regulations. How about you guys? I don't know. We hear enough about it already. I don't want to hear any more about it, so I have not been talking about it. Let's put the turn signal on too. I put my hand out too, but use a turn signal because we have a turn signal on this thing. Let's use that. So yeah, I haven't said anything about it, and I've been waiting to see what the outcome will be. Now, there's good and bad about that. If you talk about it, then others can try to get involved. But it's gone to the Senate, I think, or something like that. State Senate, I don't know who, no, the House of Representatives, I don't know somebody's got it now. It passed through one area, now it's going through another area for final approval. And without going into all the details of it, basically, here's my take on it, okay? It sounds to me like they're trying to do as a statewide thing for Illinois to keep the speeds the same, okay? Meaning like 20 miles per hour, okay? That's not any big news, okay? And then they're also trying to make it so that if you're 15 and under, you need, I don't know, some type of regulations to know that you're able to ride it or something like that. If you're 16 and over, then you got to have a certain thing. I don't know. I'll have to look it up again. My memory's gone. It's been a while since I've seen this thing. But basically, here's what is, in the gist of things, here's what it's basically saying. You got to be old enough to ride the bike, is what they're saying, okay? I'm okay with that. And then they're going to limit us to 20 miles per hour. Okay, my area already limits me to 20 miles an hour anyway. All they're trying to do is do it statewide. So no matter which village you ride through, it will be the same. All right? And then they're also going to crack down on any bike that's over the class 1, 2, and 3 classes. Yeah, so if your bike goes faster than 28 miles per hour, they're going to try to regulate you there. So they're going to try to get you licensed and insured at that point. And, you know, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, we've all seen this thing coming. So how do I feel about that? Well, obviously, I'm not thrilled with it. But on the other hand, if they're going to regulate us, and we already know that they will in Illinois, so it's not, like I said, it's not a real big surprise. I guess I'm okay with that, you know. I mean, I would rather that they open it up and let us ride it to whatever we want to ride it at. But we know that's not going to happen in Illinois, so it's not a real big news to me that they're trying to do this. So, well, the one thing that's going to be good about it, though, is that if this passes and if all the villages in our area, we call the various cities in our surrounding areas around Chicago villages, if all the villages accept it and say, okay, it's state regulated, so we're just going to adopt the state regulation, then I can go wherever I want to go and know I got to stay within 20 miles an hour on the street. That basically is all it means to me. Now, personally, I would rather see 28 miles per hour. If you're going to stick us out on the street, which is basically what they're doing, you know, you cannot ride on sidewalks. People have asked me that recently too. Can you ride on the sidewalks? The answer is no, you can't. They still got this thing closed off ahead of me. I'm gonna have to find another way around it, I think. How else can you get around this thing? I'm trying to get to the other side. Anyways, if they're gonna, yeah, I don't know if they're gonna let us through. Anyways, I'll keep going forward until they tell us I can't. If they're gonna regulate us anyway, at least there's uniformity there, okay? But if they're gonna stick us out on the street, I would much rather that they're doing construction on the highways up there, so they've closed out the viaduct. I would much rather that they give us a chance to survive on the street. Let us do 28. I mean, if I'm going on a street that's like 35 miles an hour road, which is what they want us to do locally here, they don't want to be on anything that's more than like 35 miles an hour posted speed limit. All right. Well, if I'm doing 20, I'm impeding traffic anyway, and chances are I'm going to get hit. Give me a chance and at least let me do at least 28. That's what I'm thinking. They should do that, but they're not going to do it because the people who are going to be passing this law, they don't ride e-bikes. They don't know what's going on. They're not thinking it all through, right? So I'm thinking they need to let us do 28, but they're not going to do it. We already know it. Illinois is pretty strict on certain things, right? I mean, they tried to pass the stop sign as a yield sign for bike riders. That didn't pass. But Russ, you still do it. Yeah. But legally speaking, you shouldn't be doing that, right? No, if nobody's around, I do it. Yeah, I can't get over. See, if you go around this thing, I can't get over. The next thing is the highway. How am I supposed to get over? And the next thing is a major street. I can't do that. So what, I'm stuck here until they're done with that viaduct so I can get through to the other side. Now this part of the road here, this is 25 miles an hour, okay? On the other side where you see there's like a I don't know, a divider, that side's 40 miles an hour. But I can't get over to the other side. I wanted to head over towards Arlington Heights. I can't get over. I got to find another path to get over without having to take roads that might be more dangerous for me. This is the issue, really. This is the issue. Give me a fighting chance to survive on the streets, guys. That's what I'm basically saying. You limit me to 20, you're not giving me a fighting chance to survive. And think about the little kids who are riding. Okay, not little kids, but let's say legally able to ride kids. I don't know where the cutoff was going to be at this thing, but let's say kids that are 14, 15, 16 years old, right? Give them a chance to survive on the street too. They can't ride on the sidewalk. Somebody asked me, he says, can't you ride on the sidewalk? The answer is no, we're not allowed. All right, maybe I can go through this other way here. Let's see. We're not allowed. All right, I'm gonna have to go this way. No outlet. If I go through, I was gonna go through that street. There's no outlet out of that street. So what am I supposed to do now? See, this is the problem. I can't cross over. They got construction. I don't want to go on the 40 mile an hour road because now I'm not allowed to go 40 miles an hour on the road. All right, I'm gonna have to turn around. Forget it. I'm turning around, giving up. Forget it, man. We're going the other way. I'm going opposite direction here. I got another car coming here, so I can't cross over. All right, we're gonna have to go on the sidewalk. See, this is the thing. You have no option. Sometimes you're forced. I'm forced to do it. I can't. All right, let's go this way. There's no cars, I can cross over. No, there's too much construction stuff going on. I can't go over. How am I supposed to go across? I'm not a car. You see what I'm saying? I'm not a car. Give me a fighting chance. By the way, this bike is really nice. Go off onto another tangent here. No, this bike is really nice. I've been throttling quite a bit. Let me pedal a little bit more here. No, if I throttle, if I hold it down for a certain amount of time, the cruise control will kick in, and that's what it was doing for a while. Yeah, it's tough. Now, okay, let's talk about California. We're talking about all this regulation. California's in a really bad shape right now. Yeah. My buddy Kyle from Area 13 has been trying to rile everybody up to try to get back up the thing to stop this proposal that they have going on. Yeah, they've got some major issues going on in California. Let's go straight. Go over to Area 13's videos and take a look. He can explain it better than me, but they've got issues in California. A lot of this stuff, you know, I mean, they're going to limit those guys to way, way, way slow too. So it's nuts. And then they're going to limit their wattages too. Come on, that's nuts. You know what? Many of us have said, if you're going to limit us, just limit our speeds. Base it on speed. Don't even base it on class. This is ridiculous. Base it on speed. Doesn't matter how powerful your bike is. If you can't go faster than a certain speed, who cares how fast that bike is? This is the same thing as like sports cars on the road, right? You know those cars can go over 100 miles an hour. Do they do it? No. They're still, hopefully, they're still driving, you know, in speed limits. But hey, they should do the same thing with bikes. Just limit our speed and leave it at that. Don't bother us as far as the 1 motor, 2 motor, 750 watt, 1000 watt. You know, don't limit us on that stuff. It doesn't matter. Doesn't really matter as long as we stay within the speed limit. That's if they did it that way, everyone would be happier, I think. But they're not going to do it that way. It's just the way it is, right? All right, I know I'm going to have to turn around because I'm going to end up right back to where I started. Yeah, and I can't go down this path. There's a bike path there, right? 12 mile an hour, no motorized vehicles allowed. They don't want our e-bikes on there either. So look, you lock me out of bike paths. You lock me out of faster roads. You don't give me a chance to survive because you limit me to 20 miles per hour. How is all this right? I don't understand. How is all that right? I don't get it. All right, we're gonna have to turn around. We need to look to see if there's anybody around. There's nobody around. We're making a U-turn here. Yeah, I usually don't do U-turns. Did you notice that before? Yeah, I usually don't do U-turns on my big 26-inch fat wheel bikes. They're not as nimble. 20-inch bike, no problem. So yeah, there's advantages to the smaller wheels. Still a 4-inch fat tire. Yeah, see, here, let me show you. To the right here, I'm gonna angle a little bit. See this path? There's a speed limit of 20. I can't go down there anymore. You're not allowed on it. Oh, somebody did mention to me too, I had questioned why was the forest preserve at 15 miles an hour and then this road and on this thing was 12? Certain part of the ride I was doing before was 12. He says that's because the 12 is the city and the 15 is the forest preserves. Forest preserves are regulated by the forest preserve guys. See, there you go, two different speed limits on it. But besides that, we're technically not even supposed to be on the 12 mile an hour road with the e-bike. It's too difficult. Hopefully in time things will change and things ease up a little bit. But in the infancy of the popularities of e-biking right now, everyone's talking about, you know, everyone's getting hurt on them, kids are getting killed on them, you know. So got to regulate everybody. Well, I can see the regulation for the kids. I really can. But the adults, let them do what they want to do. As long as they stay within certain speeds and stay with the laws and everything like that. I'm going to turn here, take a right. I'm not using the turn signal on the bike because it's only a rear turn signal and there's nobody behind me, so what's the point? So this is the whole thing, you know, even like stop signs, what's the point if nothing's around you? Same thing with the turn signal. Why should I turn it on if there's no cars behind me to see it? So yeah, stop regulating us so much. Make a decision, do what you're gonna do, and be done with it. And by the way, pass the yield at the stop signs for bikes. We really need that. It's never gonna happen in Illinois. I already know. Never say never. You can never tell. Sometimes things will surprise you. But it's gonna take a while before that'll ever happen. Oh man. Hey, the X mirror is doing really good. I can see, basically from the angle I'm up here now, I only see this much of my arm when I'm extended out. Yeah, okay, if I bend my arm, you see it in the mirror. But if I'm straight ahead, yeah, I only see like up to here is my edge of my arm, and then the rest of it's the rear view. Yeah, you need a longer mirror, something like this long. Makes a big difference. If you plan to mount it on your handlebar, which is how I usually do it. If you do a bar end, you know, where the things at the back, on the outside here, then you don't have that problem, but it sticks way out then, you know, the mirror sticks way out. I have enough problems trying to get my bike through doorways and stuff. You could bend it in, well, true. It's always an excuse for something, right? All right, so what else has been going on? How come you haven't seen as many videos from me? Oh, this guy's got a ramp. I was just noticing on the left side, there was a guy who had a handicap ramp that goes up to his front door. That's kind of cool. I don't think I've ever seen that in the front of a house like that. But hey, he can get in and out of the house now with his wheelchair or mobility scooter. First for everything. What else has been going on? Why haven't you guys seen me much? Hey, you want to see me? Go over to More from Russ channel. That's where you're seeing me. I'm on there more than I'm on here. Because sometimes I talk about things that have nothing to do with e-bikes. Sometimes I do talk about e-bikes. If you haven't been watching over there, I've talked quite a number of times about e-bikes over there. Hey, that's not right. You should put it all on Russ's right. Hey, you know, here's the way to do it. Go over there. When I was talking about other stuff here, people weren't happy. So, yeah, you want to see me talk about those things? Go over there. Go on both of them, come on. I try to spread it out a little bit, yeah. Sometimes it's one topic, sometimes it's another topic. Look at the topics. It'll kind of give you a hint as what we might be talking about on More From Russ. If it happens to be an e-bike related thing, you might see the topic name on the More From Russ video. It might be an e-bike thing. You might want to tune in on that one, right? Yeah, over here. Now, you guys notice a lot of times I'll cut in to the left or cut to the right to get onto the path. Yeah, they're not allowed. There's a bike guy on there, but he's not motorized. How come he can go and I can't go? If we're all both doing 12 miles an hour, why can't I do it? See, it doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense at all. Too many cars, man. Where all these cars come from? Are these guys working? Let's take a right. No, I was going to take us over into Arlington Heights. I can't cross over. I can't figure. I got to take my car now. Figure out where can I go to cross over. Drive around a number of places to try to figure it out. This is stupid. This is really stupid. It's going to force me to start riding in other areas. It's too much construction around here. This is the problem with Chicago area. They always said, you know, one of the seasons is construction season. You're telling me. Seems like everything in Chicago, somewhere along the line, someone's doing some construction somewhere. Yeah, like all these streets, look at that. Fresh oil, I'm not going on that. I gotta bring this bike back inside the house. It's not going on my floors, forget it. I'm going in circles now, man, this is stupid. All right, let's go back, head back. Oh man, it's so frustrating sometimes. Yeah, this is why I don't want to talk about these regulation stuff. It just wears on me. I don't know about you guys. Here's the path again. Yeah, can't go on there. It just wears on you after a while. You hear it over and over. I just don't want to hear it anymore. Tired of it. Sick of it. Sick of it. But on this street, what's on this way? Hey, you know, the suspension on this bike is really nice. You know, whenever I hit something that's has a little dip, you know, I get a little bounce. Yeah, let me bounce a little bit here. Yeah, it's a full suspension bike. Yeah. I had already predicted this is going to be a popular bike for Himiway. I'm sure it is already. So is the other one. Yeah, the 26-inch one is a really nice bike. Others have been getting it too, and they said the same thing. Yeah. Car here. I think he's waiting for me to go. I'm going to take a left here. Oh, let's talk about this. It's the right-hand right signal again. Yeah, pointing. See, I'll point if I go to the right, put my right hand out. I'll point if I go to the left when I go to the left side. And that's perfectly okay. Is it adopted in Illinois? Who knows? Probably not. Illinois adopts everything so slowly. Probably not. But if you're sticking your arm to the right, I think they know that you're probably going to turn right. And if you point to the right, I think they know you're probably going to turn right. That's why I do both. Yeah, do that. And if they don't adopt it in your state, get them to adopt it. Right arm sticking up, no, forget that. Most people don't even remember what that means. In fact, when was the last time you saw somebody use hand signals when they were in the car? Very seldom, right? You think they remember what an up hand signal means because they don't remember anything? Forget it. Stick your right arm out. It's better. Better, easier. Point. Stick it out and point. And if you have a turn signal, turn that on too. Give them everything. Yeah. Anyway, back to the bike. Yeah, I'm on eco mode right now. If you pedal, though I've been throttling a lot on this one. I also have it on cadence sensor right now. I don't have it on torque sensor right now. Yeah, and then I'll put it on auto mode too. So this way I don't have to pick the pedal assist levels. It'll pick it automatically for you. That's part of the point of auto mode. See, there's another construction thing. It's a big divot. It's like you drop in there and I can smell the tar too. I hate that. You can hear the gravel underneath because it's making gravel. It's left turn signal, left arm out, point to the left. Didn't stop, Russ. There's nobody behind me. Turn off the turn signal. Now, turn signals are nice, but you know, it's kind of a hassle too. You have to remember to push the button to turn it on and push the button to turn it off. Kind of a headache. But I would like to see them put turn signals in the front of the bikes too, because the cars coming towards you might want to know if you're turning or not, right? So do that too. Bike companies, please do that too. Add turn signals to the front. All right, let's throttle a little bit more here. I was pedaling there. Yeah, I'll go up one more. Let's see what's up there. Yeah, about 69 degrees out right now. It's actually perfect weather. I have a long sleeve sweatshirt on. This is not my UV rated shirt. It's an actual sweatshirt on because it's still a little chilly when the wind blows on you. Got my gloves on. Make sure you guys wear gloves, okay? Because if you fall, you're gonna instinctively stick your arms out. You don't want to scuff up all the skin on your palms by putting your arm out. You'll probably break your wrist, but at least you won't scuff up all your skin. Yeah, have some gloves on. People have asked me, where do I get these things? I bought these on Temu. I figured they're just gloves. There's no real big deal. I mean, I don't need to have the fanciest gloves, although I do have some fancy gloves. But you know, for most rides, I'm wearing these cheap things. These things that says gel. So there's a little padding thing there. It doesn't matter to me. But anyway, I don't know what it was, $5, $6? I have no idea. Something in that general range. It's not real expensive. I've bought gloves on Amazon, cost a lot more. Yep. How do you know which ones to buy? I don't. I take a guess just like everybody else. Now, you might notice too, I haven't been changing out the bells on my bikes. Remember, I always kept changing out my bells. I had the low profile, circular looking bell thing that I bought a whole bunch of. Yeah, I still have a whole bunch of those. Well, how come they're not on your bikes? Here's why. Because when I put them on the bikes, eventually when the bikes sell, because I have to move them on because new bikes are coming in, then I got to take the bell off and then put their bikes' bells back on. Well, why don't you sell it with? Then I got to buy new bells. This is the problem, okay? Same thing with the saddle. I was changing out saddles when I first had bikes. You know, I was buying those Bikaroo saddles, which got hard. Remember I told you about that? That the second time I bought it, they were more stiffer than the first time I bought it. Anyway, when I sell the bikes off, I had to take them off to move them to the new bikes, and then I had to put the yellow one back. It's too much back and forth stuff. Yeah, so I don't change out the saddles anymore. I don't change out the bells anymore. If it was a bike that I was going to keep for a long period of time, and I was going to ride it for a lot, then I change things out. Otherwise, I don't bother anymore. Yeah, I don't bother. So a lot of stuff is stock. Now, the only thing I usually always put on is a mirror. So do you give those mirrors when you sell the bikes? No, because I have to put them on the next bike that comes, right? People have asked me for the mirrors, but no, I can't. I need them myself for the next review bike. There's certain mirrors like this one from Magneto, they gave me them, right? I can't ask them for more. So no, I take them off, and then you get the bike basically the way you would have got it if you bought it from the company when I sell them, right? I take all this, I strip everything off of it, even the bottle cage. Yeah, in fact, I'm gonna take a swig of water. Yeah, I take all that stuff off because I need it for the next bikes. I don't want to be buying them all the time too, you know. Where do you get it, Russ? Amazon, Temu, Amazon, those type of places. Yeah, it's not hard, guys. It's really easy. Okay, if you want to find out the links to this stuff, yeah, go to russisright.com. It'll redirect you to russisright.blogspot.com. And in there, you'll see a posting that has a listing of all the bike accessories that I've used. And it has the affiliate links are on there for the bikes. If you want to buy a bike from things that I've reviewed, it's on there. Might save you some money. Yeah. Anyways, hit this subscribe button, hit this the thumbs up button, hit all that stuff if you like the video. Let me know what you think about all these regulations. I'll talk to you guys next time.